Hey guys, HD here, and welcome back. This is actually going to be Game 8, and it's going to be a Terran versus Protoss. And I know every match I've done so far has been against Protoss, but believe you me, everybody on Battle.net, everyone and their mother, wants to play Protoss, and I don't know why. I guess it's the easiest race to play, who knows? But that's the situation, that's how it's been so far, at least every good game I've played. So, real quick, I just want to get out of the way some shout-outs for people who've helped me out by contributing or donating, and it's been really helpful. I really appreciate it. And so here we go. Light Zebra, Chris Viz 18, Kiki Monster. There we go. Cookie Monster. I get it. And I am Wills, or I am Walls. I'm sorry, man. I'm not very good at pronouncing, but I know there's a lot of other people who helped me out by donating, and unfortunately I'm just getting confused because there's just so many messages in my inbox and whatnot. So I'll definitely get to you guys, or just shoot me a reminding message. And of course, if you guys want to get a shout out, feel free to donate if you guys have any loose change or anything like that. So yeah, that's out of the way. So let's go ahead and get to this game, guys. This game I chose to highlight and replay. Oh, by the way, on that note of replay, this is actually a first-person VOD view, as my first couple of videos were. And in case you guys were wondering why I reverted back, I thought, there's people who want the first-person view, and then there's people who want the replay view, and I'm gonna try to satisfy both of you guys for both crowds. So I'm gonna try to get in videos and alternate and do first-person view and replays, because there's a lot of things in the first-person view that you miss, so that you don't see in replays. So real quick, I'm gonna go through the strategy and my starting idea for this game, and then I'm gonna sit back a little bit and let you guys enjoy the game. So I know lately I've been doing a lot of Bionic versus Protoss as Terran, where I go Marauders or I go Reapers. And this game I thought I'd go back to the original Brood War roots and go ahead and try some mech and go for fast mech and see how that works against Protoss. So this game is going to be a little bit different. You guys can see that I've walled off my ramp. I've only got one Rax, and I've got some quick double gas here. And that's because I want to get my factories out real quick, and I want to see how good a factory build is going to be against my opponent. And there you guys see me actually getting a reactor, because it's a good idea to get a reactor on your barracks if you're going to be rushing tech. Basically means you've got two Raxes pumping out Marines. So yeah, pretty much everything's self-explanatory. Getting the upgrade to the command center so it can scan as well as use mules. And also building a bunker there. So basically I'm playing ultra conservative defensive right now as I tech up inside my base, basically a turtle build. So yeah, I'll let you guys enjoy the game, and of course I'll kick in whenever I see something relevant to talk about, but this is a good game, so I hope you guys enjoy.
Gateway coming through. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
I'm going.
And one thing I actually did some research about, guys, real quick, is the mule will not share stacks of minerals with SCVs, which means that if there's an SCV on the mineral stack, the mule will be able to use it as well. So that's really good, actually, because I was concerned that perhaps the mule would not be able to harvest if you have too many SCVs, but that's not the case. So that's definitely a good thing. And there you see my SCV getting stuck behind the supply depots, but luckily supply depots can now burrow. I don't know why I call it burrow. I think it's submerged, but played too much Zerg. And getting my second factory up, continuing to use the mule ability whenever I remember to use it, and there's 50 energy on the CC. That mule pays for itself, really. It's 50 energy to either scan or use mule, basically. And when you're confronted with that decision, of course, scan is still as good as always, but basically a mule is a good 300 minerals almost. And so when you think about it, if you use a scan, it's like you're using 300 minerals to scan. So it's a tough choice now. The meal is that damn good. And there you guys actually see a reactor core on my first factory as well. That's because I want to spam a bunch of Hellions. The Hellion, by the way, guys, is a pretty good unit. I found out it's very good against infantry, against zealots, and it's good for harassing. It's basically the Vulture without the spider mines, which kind of sucks. But it's a good meaty. It's a good unit to get out there in front of tanks or in front of Thors to really soak up that damage that you don't want your more expensive units taking.
Yes, sir.
Similar to how what Vultures did for siege tanks in TvP, they stood in the front and they took the brunt of the damage.
You want a piece of me, boy?
So that's basically what they're there for.
Sure thing. Sure. Yeah, whatever. You gonna give me orders?
And here you guys actually see me getting a missile turret up. That's because the one thing about this build is you've got tons of units, but most of your units don't have any air defense. Keep in mind that I am trying to get quick Thors out here. You guys see the armory going up, and the armory combined with a tech lab on a factory opens up the ability to produce Thors. And you guys might be wondering, why aren't I going siege tanks? That's because siege tanks are very easily countered by the Immortal unit. It's a complete hard counter, completely rapes it really. So the other alternative is to go for Thors, and that's what I thought I'd try this game. And my opponent here is actually making a push up the ramp. His Sentry's activated Guardian Shield that reduces all range damage by 2 for all units inside the shield. And thankfully I've got plenty of units to defend this ramp. And that's the whole idea really behind teching up and turtling for Terran, is getting some reactor cores so that you can spam out some cheap units like Hellions and Marines, and you'll be able to defend just fine. But what I wanted to say is a weakness in this build, or at least the way I play it, is it lacks air defense. So if an opponent were to rush me with, say, Mutalisks or any equivalent to that unit, Void Rays, then I'd be in a lot of trouble because I'm just not building missile turrets, and I don't have mobile units that can really take out the air. And there's the first Thor, guys. And while Thor can attack air, it's actually quite weak against it. Here we go, taking out my opponent's natural expansion with the Hellions. The Hellions do a pretty decent job of harassing workers. You guys see the splash coming into effect there. And all the workers going down. My opponent, for some reason or whatever, not pulling his workers away.